Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be rating the Chaquetrix alien designs, and yes, I've technically done this before, but I'm not only going to be re-rating the, previous designs that I've already talked about, but I'm also going to be including new ones as well. Canon and non-canon, I guess. Of course, before we do that, go ahead and, go over to Trix's Twitter and Patreon. They really do deserve it. They are a great artist and you should really support them. So yeah, go over to their Twitter and Patreon. Now going on to the rating part of the video. First we'll talk about Heatblast, and I do like how Trix, designed her. This is, I think, an old design. If you look at the comics, more updated, but let me rate this one first and I'll talk about the that one later. But anyway, with this design I like how it's less, if you looked at those versions of Heatblast. But this one is really nice. I like the collar. It's to differentiate, make the design a little bit different. It still looks feminine enough to the point where, like, oh yeah, you can tell this is a female Pyronite, but not being exaggerated, if you know what I mean. So I got not much to say about this. Good physique, good design, I like it. I'd give this definitely an 8 out of 10 personally. Next is Wildmutt, or Wild Girl in this case, technically. I don't think she changes too much, in the comic or anything like that, so I don't think I have to go over her, but I do like that she kind of looks like Buff Pup, who is like one of my favorite VTubers or whatever. Don't know if that was intentional with Trix, but they do have a lot of similarities. Not direct similarities, but you can see what I mean, right? But taking that out of the equation, I really do like how instead of going full furry, you went a little bit half. I think there's a word in Japanese that explains this type of phenomena or whatever she's supposed to be. I'll put it up on screen and post, but I do like her hairstyle and like I guess her fit, and the Omnitrix placement, or in this case, Chaquetrix placement is great. It's on the shoulder just like regular Wildmutt, and yeah, I don't really got much to say about it. It's basically Wildmutt if he was like a humanoid girl. So yeah, no, I'll give this definitely an 8 out of 10. I like it. Next one is Accelerate, and I don't think she really changes too much in the comic because she actually does show up. I should be able to show it here. But anyway, other than her proportions, I'm probably not going to re-rate her. But anyway, her design's actually pretty nice. I mean, she just looks like a female Kenosolaran. Not much to say on her. She just looks like female Accelerate. I get proportions are good and everything. I don't really have much to say on her, so another 8 out of 10. I mean, there's not much to say. Next one is Ghostfreak, and I do like that you turn the outer skin that ectoneurites have, and you're turning it into like a dress, which is really nice. You still kind of keep the head shape, but then turn the head shape that Ghostfreak has into her hair. And also she's a goth waifu, so yeah, goth ghost waifu gives me thumbs up from me. And as you can see with the eye, yeah, that's still a scare, which I can't wait to see that in the comic. But yeah, you can also see that the legs still kind of conform into that wisp shape, but you can still see there's leftover like just legs there. And of course, back to the eye, there's some detail in the eye. And yeah, overall I like this, especially the Trix placement just kind of being behind the air quotes outer skin. I really like this, and I'll also give this one an 8 out of 10. So far, these are really good so far. I like all of them. Next is Upgrade, and of course, she looks like a female galvanic mechamorph, although granted, they look a lot taller and more lengthier, but you see how it is, or how she looks. I do like the design, making her a lot smaller than hers and more in line with Upgrade, but also changing the color scheme to purple, which yeah. Anyway, um, I really do like this. I mean, it's just female upgrade with just a different color scheme, more or less. So there's not much to say, other than yeah, no, pretty good on the proportions, and they're pretty accurate to actual female galvanic mechamorph. So I'll also give this, I guess, an 8 out of 10. The next one is Forearms, and she has a lot of different, I guess you can say, certain aspects of her that are from other or Tetramans or whatever, you know, like Tiny, and of course Luma and stuff. You can see both of them melding together into her, but also she has certain other things that they don't have. I do like the fingerless gloves and the one piece that she has. The little crown thing is also a nice touch, and like the hair as well seems to be taken from Tiny more or less, but in her own style. I really like this design for like a female Tetraman or just female Forearms, and for the Chaquetrix in general. I really like this. I'll give this a 8 out of 10. Next is Diamondhead, and she does technically have a redesign for the comic. I'll rate them separately, but first let's talk about the original design, and yeah, I'll probably rate this one low, actually. It's a cool design or whatever, but it's basically just Diamondhead, but female. It's like if you took Gwen's version and didn't really change too much, which is kind of boring, if you'd say. Like, if you were just going for like a female Tetraman, I wouldn't have went for Gwen, because Gwen and female Tetramans aren't going to be like a 1-to-1. Like, I don't think they would be like 1-to-1. There's going to be certain aspects that will be the same, but yeah, no, I'll probably give this one just a 6 out of 10, I guess. But if we're talking about the comic version, oh, I love this one. I love this one way more than usual. The costume is nice. Her having like those weird sideburn things or whatever with the crystals, real nice, and her overall design is 10 times better than what it was. I really like this. Mainly the head shape, but everything else is great as well. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. Now we're going on to Stinkfly, and I one thing to point out immediately is that I like the hair immediately, but just having boobs on Stinkfly is just weird to me. I don't know. I mean, like, other than that, there's not much to say. The rest of it is just Stinkfly, but like a little bit humanoid, and that's pretty much it. So there's not much to say about this one. It's fine. It's actually a pretty fine design. I'll probably give it like a 7 to 8 out of 10, maybe, I guess. Next is, well, Ripjaws, and I really like her, despite Ripjaws usually, especially in the face area, being a little not good on the eyes. I mean, he's good for like a swamp monster, but he's definitely not good looking. She somehow looks better. I didn't know how you could do that, but you made her actually kind of pretty. I mean, despite the mouth area, but still, that's like, I guess, manageable. The rest of it kind of looks like a swimsuit going on, especially in the chest area. But I could definitely see, if this was like a swimsuit, I could definitely see someone wearing this. So like, this is really, really, really nice. I mean, there's not really much else you can probably do to just Apiscus voland. I think that's how you're supposed to say their species name, but yeah, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. It's not that bad. And the last of the original 10, we got Greymatter, and I mean, it's Greymatter. It's female Greymatter. I mean, we can probably guess what the main focal point of this design comes from, and that's just the female designs, mainly probably coming from maybe Luli and Zenith, but anyway, other than the little like antennae thing, which is a nice touch, and like the eyelashes to obviously show that they're female, there's not much for me to talk about. I mean, I like the little parts on the foot, to, you know, having the white parts and, you know, the little footwear. I like that. That's pretty much it. I have nothing else to say. Female Greymatter, 8 out of 10. Can't really screw it up. Next, we're going to talk about, before we get into the Omniverse aliens, is Cellshifter, which is, of course, a Limax alien. Don't know if this is canon or not, but I just want to talk about, because, you know, this one first, because it has a similar like bordering and everything to the original 10, and it gets different as we move on and how she presents the aliens, and as well as how her artwork looks. You can tell it evolves. And this one, I mean, it's a female looking Limax. There's not much I can say about it. I do like the little ponytail goo thing going on, and the face shape is really nice, I'll definitely say. So this is a very good female Limax design, like 7 to 8 out of 10, I guess. Now going on to the Omniverse aliens, we're going to be talking about Gravattack, and I really like her design. Of course, she has the shorts, just like, you know, Gravattack. The big arms are weird, but they look fine with her. Like, all the proportions from Gravattack turning into a more humanoid, you know, feminine design. I think this works incredibly well. Not sure how she's gonna conform into, like, a sphere mode, but, like, I'd be interested to see in the future what that looks like. That'd be very interesting. But I like the whole entire face shape or head shape. Looks very nice. Overall, this looks like a very good, not much to say, good rock design on all of the rock parts. I really like it. 8 out of 10. Really nice. Next, we're going to be talking about Pesky Dust, and Pesky Dust doesn't really change too much, other than general color of, like, the outfits and stuff, which, to be fair, you don't really need to change much with Pesky Dust when it comes to this AU, so it's not bad. It's just when I'm looking at this Pesky Dust, I'm just like, I don't see any differences per se, so it's a little weird, but it's not a bad design. I do like the little sparkles at the end for like a little pizzazz. So I guess I'll give this like a 7 out of 10. Next we got Bullfrag, and well, there's actually a lot I like about this design. I mean, most of it is basically just female Bullfrag, but there's certain aspects that I like, you know, about it, like the little mole that's on her face or whatever. Of course, you know, the colors on the design, you know, are amazing, and you didn't just make it look like a Taya, which is thank you so much for not just making her look like a Taya, because she really wouldn't, ironically enough. But anyway, I really like this one. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. Next is Atomix, and I love her so much. I love this design. Of course, there's the pink or whatever, but I love the little, like, I guess, skirt-esque thing. Whatever's going on with, like, the hips that are going off the side. I like that. Her hair, or air quotes hair, like the big old tube things that are supposed to represent, like, big old, like, bobs or, like, ponytails and stuff, is really nice. They go, you know, down to the back. I really like that. And on the chest, I like how the symbol forms into a heart because of her, I guess you can say, assets, and her facial structure, I guess you can say, is also extremely nice. I love this a lot. I'll definitely give this one a 9 out of 10. Now we're going over the non-canon ones that are on Trix's Twitter, starting off with Blaid, and I mean, you can tell this is from Xenoblade if you've seen, you know, that series. It's like the Blaid women or whatever, and I really like her design. Obviously, she's got her little blade there. She has a lot of similar motifs to that of the characters or whatever, or the main character, or Blaid girl herself, Pyra. So I really like this design or whatever. It's weird that she kind of reminds me of, like, she kind of has accents of Ben for some reason, or at least am I the only one saying this, like, thinking that? I might be the only one thinking that. Anyway, I really like this design. I'll definitely also give this one a 9 out of 10. I really like it. Next is Codecraft, and as you can see based off of the, you know, photo here, this is an alien from Mass Effect, if I remember right. I'll correct myself in post, but anyway, I really like this alien species in general. Pop up, you know, picture of the actual species. I really like them as a species. I don't know the intrinsic context when it comes to them. I'll probably have to look into that. Maybe I'll have it as a video of, like, Mass Effect aliens that can be in the, you know, Omnitrix or something like that, which most of them should be able to get in there. But anyway, I like this alien. There's not much change with it, so that will probably make it lower. It's basically just a copy and paste, but you know, this is just a commissioned piece to my knowledge, so it's not that big of a deal. The alien itself is actually really good design. Also, it's purple, so I'm biased. I mean, look at the background and everything. So I'll probably give this like a 6 to 7 out of 10. It's the art's not that bad. Next is Nuclearbite, and this one's pretty obvious if you have played Fallout. It's a Deathclaw, like that's what it is, but like more humanoid and less Deathclaw. Yeah, I still would not want to get near this thing, but I really do like her design. I love how, you know, because she's more humanoid, you got to give her clothes at least, so you give her like the rags and stuff, which, yeah, that tracks. I like the, like, I guess you can say markings or whatever on her face or whatever, and of course, you know, the rest of it is just I mean, just Deathclaw stuff or whatever. Tail's nice, feet, hands, everything, I like it. And the Trix placement on the shoulder, nice, I like it. I'll definitely give this one probably like a 7 out of 10 at least. Next is Firewolfer, and I don't know if this is supposed to be based off of something, because a lot of these are commissioned towards the end here. So like I can't tell if these are actual species from a franchise or from some other thing, or if it's their own original thing and they wanted it to be like a Chaquetrix alien or whatever. I can't really tell. If it is, correct me in the comments, but I do actually not mind this one. I know it's basically like a furry or whatever. It was basically just an anthropomorphized, you know, furry like character, but they have very unique eyes, and I like that, and the color scheme, especially with the way the fur looks as well, is really nice. So I'll definitely at least give this like a 7 out of 10. It's not that bad, but please correct me in the comments on if this is based off of something or if this is just an OC or something. Next is Amanda, which looks a lot like Shovel Knight. I don't know if this is supposed to be Shovel Knight as a transformation or anything like that, but anyway, I do like what you did with this whole thing, if assuming it's Shovel Knight. I like the little like skirt thing along with like the, you know, plate mail or whatever, you know, down the legs and stuff. I like the hair aspect of it, especially like over like, you know, the little like bang there. It's really nice. And of course the hat is a nice touch as well. I overall really like this one, so I'll give this like a, I guess, a 7 to 8 out of 10, why not? Next is Takmorprh, and this is supposed to be an Invader Zim transformation, and I like her a lot, and I think it's funny that the trick symbol's on her forehead. I just think that's really funny. And of course, it's a female Urkman. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I could be wrong. Her little boots are cute or whatever. Little like skirt along with like the shirt and gloves. Real nice. She even has a backpack. I just now noticed. Is all pretty nice. Her eyes, perfect. Just, I mean, this looks like something you'd see out of Invader Zim or whatever, or just the alien species. So I really like her. Good commission by whoever commissioned this. I like it a lot. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Next one is Bloody Huntress, and this is supposed to be a female Yautja. I mean, yeah. It's a female Yautja. It's not much I could say about this. I like the little like the dreads going up into like what I'm assuming is a ponytail. I like the markings all over her body, are a really nice touch, and of course there's the reference, or not really reference, it's just the weapon she has. She has the arm blades or whatever, the bow staff spear thing that, you know, they have. The mask is really good. Overall, this is really nice. I'll give this like a 7 to 8 out of 10. Why not? This is really good. I like it. Next one is Lacriss, which at first I thought this was a reference to a different, like, an anime, but actually I think this is supposed to be the glass people from Dragon Ball Heroes. I'll put one on screen or whatever as reference. You can tell, yeah, this is probably what the reference is supposed to be. I think even the pose is supposed to be a reference to his specific pose, so the person, the commissioner, could have used that pose as a reference. But anyway, I like her like little dress she has on with the accents of gold or whatever, especially towards like the waist area where it has the trick symbol, which is a nice touch. Like the little armbands, or not armbands, are a nice touch. The pigtails are really cute, and she has cute little boots. Overall, really nice. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10, mainly because I'm biased with Dragon Ball, and I actually just really like this design. Next is Ladymorph, which is supposed to be a xenomorph, and yeah, no, this just looks like a female xenomorph. Not much, for me to say. I mean, it's more like an upright xenomorph. They don't have the back thing, which is interesting. That all xenomorphs pretty much have. The onesie or the one piece or whatever is really nice. And I do kind of like the tail. I like what you did with the tail. Overall, I mean, I don't have much to say about it. It's just an anthropomorphized, I guess, in a way, xenomorph. So I don't got much to say other than what I've already said. I'll give this like at least a 7 to 8 out of 10. It's not that bad. I really like it. So yeah. The last alien I will talk about for this video is White Rose, which is supposed to be a hybrid transformation, and I mean, the proportions are really nice, and it's different, still different from normal hybrids, because I think more of them are shown to be male, I think, but they're also plant people, so it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, you tried your best to make them more, I guess, feminine looking, or at least feminine looking for a hybrid, and I really like that, especially showing that through the spikes and everything like that across their body. And the details are really nice on on them, especially the weird second eyes they have on their chest or whatever. I really like this, like a lot, and I already like hybrids anyway. So yeah, this will give me some examples from my own hybrid transformation. I really like it. I'll give this one also a 8 out of 10. Anyway, that will be all of the aliens that I will be rating for this video at least. I'll probably wait a little while and then revisit Trix's alien designs at a later date when she has like a good bit of them at least. Probably around the same amount as this video, but anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you want to see more of this art, go ahead and go on to, again, Trix's Twitter. She does post art and stuff on there, but also if you really want to support her and her making art, go ahead and go to her Patreon, where she also posts these early, as well as posting the comics early, which she eventually posts on Twitter. But if you want to see all that stuff early, or even make commissions from her or for her, whatever, you can go on to her Patreon. Please do it. She's a really good artist. She does a really good job. And if you like the video, go ahead and go ahead and give it a like and subscribe, of course, and also go to our Discord, or my Discord, I guess, if you want to ask me questions about certain things, or just hang out with a lot of people that like my content, or just Ben 10 content, or even other stuff. Go ahead and go down to the Discord down in the description. You can even ask me questions about future videos, give me ideas for future videos, and a lot more. So yeah, anyway, I hope you liked the video, and that will be all.